Hello, my name is Mohammed, and I'll be answering a civil rights discussion. First question is: do you think that Buckley downplayed the importance of race in American society? Do you think some white Americans still downplay the impact of race today? Why not? Why do you think there is such a disconnect? Second is Baldwin suggests that white Americans are also deeply affected by various forms of racism. Do you agree with this? Why not? Give examples. Said certainly, psychological and physiological research supports Baldwin's assertion that racism affects white Americans too. While racism prominently targets oppressed groups like Black, Indigenous, and people of color, which is BIPOC, it also has consequences for white Americans. One example is the concept of white fragility or white guilt, which refers to uncomfortable or defensive responses some white individuals exhibit when discussing racism. This discomfort may stem from acknowledging the historical injustice committed by white people against non-white communities, as well as recognizing the ongoing privileges white people enjoy in society. This defensive or guilty feelings can manifest on various behaviors, such as avoiding discussions about race or opposing efforts to address systemic inequality. Moreover, racism can create divisions and conflicts within white communities, particularly when racial biases exacerbate economy and equality issues. For instance, in areas where job opportunities are scarce, some white individuals may perceive BIPOC individuals as competitors for limited resources, leading to hostility and scapegoating. In summary, while racism predominantly impacts BIPOC individuals, it also affects white Americans in significant ways. Understanding these effects is essential for fostering empathy, dialogue, and efforts to address racial disparities and promote equity for all individuals, regardless of race. Second is it's important to acknowledge that people may have different perspectives on whether William F. Buckley downplayed the importance of race in American society. Buckley, a renowned, renowned conservative com- commentators known for his adver- adv- advocacy of free markets and limited government, has been subject to varying interpretations regarding his stance on racial issues. While some argue that he prioritized individual liberty, others contend that he failed to adequately address concerns of racial injustice. Today, discussions about race in America remain complex and diverse. Despite many white Americans actively engaging in conversations about race and working towards addressing injustice, some individuals still downplay its significance. This can be attributed to factors such as ignorance, differing life experiences, and ideology differences. A key factor contributing to this divide is the diversity of viewpoints, historical context, and social backgrounds among individuals. To bridge these disparities and advance towards a more inclusive and equitable society. It is essential to foster respectful and open dialogue. Promoting constructive and respectful communication is crucial in addressing the differing perspectives on the importance of race by encouraging understanding and empathy. We can work towards overcoming barriers and creating a society that values diversity and promotes equality for all. For part two, ex black national national perspectives do not directly address Buckley questions about how to address black inequality, as they diverge from Buckley's approach of downplaying the significance of race in American society. Buckley's perspective overlooks systemic issues and inequalities faced by people of color. In contrast, ex-black national perspectives advocate for self-help resources, self-reliance, and unity within the black communities. These strategies focus on economic empowerment, business growth, and fostering cohesion among communities. While these ideas promote individuals and collective uplifting within the black community, they may not directly tackle systemic prejudice or broader societal changes. Societal changes to effectively challenge the system and advance social and economic progress, it is crucial to complement these perspectives with initiatives such as politic mobilization, support for black owned businesses, and community reinvestment. These efforts can address structural barriers and promote greater equity and opportunity for black individuals and communities. Malcolm X did not consider himself an Malcolm X did not consider himself an American business. He felt that the government of the United States did not treat him as one. Throughout his life, he experienced institutional racism and inequality, which made him feel excluded from the American identity despite being born in Omaha. Malcolm X's experiences with Malcolm X's experiences with prejudice and marginalization led him to question his sense of belonging to nation. He pointed to instances such as bombing of black churches, the murder of black girls, and the assassination of black leaders, which highlighted the injustices faced by African Americans in the so-called leading nation of the free world. Others may share Malcolm X's sentiment of they have experienced similar forms of discrimination and injustice. Individuals who have been subjected to prejudice and exclusion may also feel disconnected from the national identity promoted by mainstream culture. The sentiment is often reinforced by systemic inequalities and societal barriers that limit opportunities for marginalized communities. In summary, Malcolm X's belief that he was not American stemmed from his experience of racism and inequality in the United States. His sentiment reflects the reality faced by many individuals who feel marginalized and excluded from the national identity due to systemic injustice.